Well, good morning, folks. Pastor Rocky. Hope you're doing well today. Well, big day yesterday. We went down to Statesville last night to Cornerstone Church. They had a great time, a great Southern Bound singing, and then we had the Reverend Black that brought us into the fellowship area there and gave us some resources for our church. And just what a time, wonderful time. You know, Paul says to us in Romans 12 that we're to present our bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. Now, that verse is very important because Paul didn't say you had to. He said, I'm begging of you that you present your bodies a living sacrifice. Now, he says it this way, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. In other words, he said, it's not unreasonable for me to ask this of you. You know, sometimes people will say, and I've heard them say over the years, they'll say, well, you know, the Lord is putting too much on me or asking too much of me. No. God is going to give you the opportunity to bear out the fruit that you have. So it says, I need you to conform to that which is holy, which is reasonable to do. Now, if God did not have the ability to give you the reason to do what you do and the ability to do it, then he would be telling us something wrong. But he doesn't tell us something wrong because we have the ability to do what he said we have to do. And then he says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Now, when you see the electric lines, you see a transformer, a gray round thing about, so long you've seen them on the poles. Well, that's a transformer. That top wire that goes into that transformer that comes into your house carries 144,000 volts on that top line. It comes in your house to 110 or 220, whatever it may be. But if that line were to come straight into your house, it would blow your house up. Too much power. That's why he says, transform yourself into this new person by the mercies of God. I beseech you, therefore, that you do these things. Be not conformed to the world, but be ye transformed by the power of God. How important is that? Very critically important. Today is day 51. Wow. 51 days today. If I live in a few hours, I'll be in the serving line at the church. 51 days. God has used this in such a dramatic way. Last night, when we got back in, I was so tired. We had to go 2 hours and plus to get to Statesville. And then we had to come back, of course, after the concert last night, which is okay, no problem. But I'm just so tired. So very short end of day 50. And I'll give you more if we're able to make it to 51. But right now, early in the hour, it is day 51. And I want to remind you that God is able. Don't be conformed to the world, but be ye transformed. Go through let the energy come through God, through you, and into you, and then out to others that you see and deal with. That's the whole point. So I encourage you to be about the Father's business. Now, Paul said it this way, that you might prove, that word is test, what is good and acceptable and perfect, which means complete will of God. So God is interested in you and me fulfilling the calling that he has for us. Romans 11:29 says the gifts and callings of God are without repentance, which means you can't deny what God called you to do. Oh, you may deny it on the earth, but you won't deny it when you stand in front of him in heaven. He'll say, this is what I need you to do. Why didn't you do it? That's going to be a question. I want to make sure that he can only say to me, well done. That's what we want to hear. Well done. So don't allow yourself to be pulled to the side, influenced by other things. Stay strong in the Lord and the power of his might, and God will make a way for you. God bless you. We love you. See you soon.